Hello and welcome. Closed beta progress has been wiped and I've been grinding away at the Japanese carrier line. This is a game I had in the Zuihou yesterday. The seal clubbing is real. The enemy team does not have a carrier and it's on the map Big Race, which means the map is small. They do have quite a few juicy Arkansas battleships, which have absolutely no anti-air capabilities whatsoever. So they are essentially free experience. Just attack them and get it. My strategy for killing them is that I attack with one torpedo bomber group to try to start flooding. They will use repair and then I will attack with another torpedo bomber group. This causes flooding, and if they don't have the upgraded repair consumable, often that flooding is enough to straight out kill them, which is pretty amazing actually. You can kill an Arkansas with 2 torpedo bomber groups.
Group 2 returning.
This gives me a huge amount of damage capability, and that means a lot of experience, which I really want since I'm trying to go for the Taiho and Hakuryu. I hit that Arkansas with one group, which caused flooding. Now I will do dive bombing and torpedo bomber hit. Although the Murmansk next to the Arkansas is a bit annoying because that anti-air actually is pretty devastating. On top of that, there's a U-Bari, which also has strong anti-air.
Awaiting instructions.
But at least most people on this tier aren't very good at avoiding torpedoes. It's completely possible. I have seen some people who just avoid essentially everything I throw at them, but actually the large majority do not. Also, I started out by going towards that one island because I don't think that the enemy team is going to actually be that devastating for me. So I'm not exactly afraid of them breaking through and killing me. And this enables me to be a bit closer to the battle, which means faster or less time spent on plane travel. I don't want to hit the U-Bari, so I'll take the last torpedo bomber group to the Arkansas, try to start the flooding again, and use the new incoming torpedo bomber group to cause more flooding, for which they won't have repair available.
Group 4 taking fire. Group 2, we're under attack. Group 4 returning. Group 2 awaiting instructions.
I noticed that it really doesn't matter how exactly you aim, because almost always you're going to hit two torpedo bomber groups if the enemy doesn't try to evade them. And sometimes, very rarely, will you get 3. Usually the enemy has to move in the right way. Perhaps if I was better at the game I could consistently hit 3, but I noticed that it almost never happens for me. But yes, flooding is nice. I think that was the first battleship I hit since I got the Liquidator badge. You get it if you deal 40% of the enemy's health with flooding damage. Also, the U-Bari hit an island, so time to do a manual dive bomber drop on him because he can't move because he hit an island. It's always nice to kill the people who are very strong against you and annoy you. Also, there's a second U-Bari incoming. But it's kind of okay since I'm a tier 5, not a tier 4 carrier. The Kovachi here, I want to flood him as well, but I think since the U-Bari has been going backwards for such a long time, I should be able to kill him because he isn't going at full speed, which means he is very immaneuverable. Or unmaneuverable, I'm not sure actually. And Boom, he's dead. And funnily enough, the second U-Buddy also ran aground, so I'll guess I'll pick him off too. Thank you for the free kills, I guess. I don't know what it is with this island, but people like running into it. And I'll use the next torpedo bomber group on the Kawachi. I don't know why the Kawachi is going so slow. I don't understand what the torpedo... Oh, I know what it was. It was the torpedoes from the U-Buddy. But they were behind the island, so it doesn't matter. I messed this one up pretty badly, but luckily I still got the flooding. I should have hit at least 2, not 1. Hopefully he has repaired, so I'll try to set him on fire, because his moving manual drop is going to be super easy. And essentially I'm like an airport. 2 fires is actually pretty lucky. Not even actually, it's really lucky. Sadly the Murmansk is still alive. Murmansk still has pretty decent anti-air, and he's also a tier 5. I started backing off from the island to eventually start moving closer. Because if we're going to win, I'd like to be closer so my planes can come back faster. But since there's this weird turning going on around, I don't think I can actually hit the Murmansk properly, so I'll just pull off. See, the Murmansk is turning, and those torpedoes would have just missed, so I'll try to go for the Arkansas instead. Sadly, I lost 3 of my 4 planes already.
Group 4 returning.
But I mean, if this one causes flooding, that's good enough, and I kinda messed up. Luckily, it did cause flooding, so it's fine. I'll wait until he repairs and then strike him again. I'm at a bad angle. He has his bow pointed towards me, which means he can turn and I can't drop at him. And I mean, he's likely to turn because there's an island in front of him, so I'll try to drag around the indicator, but it doesn't seem very likely. But he'll keep turning, so I'll use my other torpedo bomber group to strike from the north. See, torpedo bomber group number 3. And since they're turning perfectly for this one, they're not gonna wait it. And I'll pull the number 2 group around. But, and here again, 3 of the 4 planes are dead. But I mean, I really want flooding. I'll strike at the Murmansk with TIE bombers. I don't actually really know why I did that, but I got lucky with the fire, so that's good enough.
Autopilot mode enabled.
I'll slowly start moving forward, although it's not the best idea, since we're actually pretty even in ship numbers, so I'll just slow down. I guess I'll just wait here a bit. At least until the Murmansk is dead. You can see that Arkansas I struck earlier are slowly dying to the flooding. Enjoy, man, enjoy. At higher tiers you kind of want to substitute the flooding with fires. Also, look at that. Did you see that? That's a scout that engaged my torpedo bomber group and made it panic. A scout! Not even the fighter. Also, I got Witherer, which is nice. And the Murmansk is also dead, which is also nice. And it seems there's a U-Buddy right here. If I had gone forward, this could have been deadly. I mean, he could have actually killed me. So I got pretty lucky. And that Arkansas we saw earlier died to flooding, of course. And this U-Buddy is trying to evade and he's doing a pretty good job. I mean, I've lost already 1 plane, so I panic a little and do a bad drop, which misses, but since I'm next to the carrier, it's not that bad. KK in chat asks what's the Witherer badge. I answer him that it's when you deal 100,000 damage, but it's actually 60,000 damage with flooding and or burn. That dive bomber was pretty lucky, 4600 damage in one bomb. I mean that must have been a Citadel hit, because dive bombers have a maximum damage of 4600. Or do I misunderstand how dive bombs work? I don't think I do. Oh well. So luckily that U-buddy is dead. Now it's time to kill the Tenryu. It's a bit problematic since they have 33 knots speed and they have torpedoes and they're a light cruiser. Also, he only took one torpedo. So I'll use the other one to finish him off. But look at how he's turning. If he keeps turning, he can evade it easily. But for some reason he starts turning the other way to fire torpedoes, I guess. But if he kept turning, he would have just survived. I don't know why he did that. That was silly. So now it's 2 Arkansas left. And I think one of them is actually AFK. I mean, look at where he is. He's standing in the exact position you would be if you spawned. And he hasn't really moved, or at least he's in the same spot. So I think he's AFK. So I'll focus on the other Arkansas as well, try to finish him off and try to hit the full HP one. Because more damage equals more EXP equals faster Zuihou. Right now at the making of this video I'm on the Aerroon. Although I actually got it like 12 hours ago. But I haven't really been playing. Been lazy. Same as with making the video. Sorry. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Since he's standing still, manual dive bomb is the way to go. And I'll try to make sure one corner hits the battleship on the drop, because that means at least 2 torpedoes will hit. And the Arkansas died. And now it's time for the last one, the AFK guy. Flooding would take care of it, but I'm afraid that my teammates could attack him. Don't want anyone to steal my kills. I mean, I want the 9 kills. By the way, there are only 12 enemies on the team, which means I killed 75% of them. At tier 5. I guess it's not that different from playing a battleship at this tier. And it's done! 9 kills. 7400 EXP. That's pretty amazing. 22 floodings out of 27 torpedoes. That's also pretty amazing. 3300 EXP, and the next one has 1070. And this is a total of 248,000 damage. That's pretty amazing if we're honest. Not like for a tier 5 ship, for essentially any tier ship. That kind of damage is excellent. Anyways, if you have any feedback, leave it in the comments. I changed some of my recording setup, so if the audio is even worse than usual, then please let me know. Anyways, if you liked what you saw, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.